104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rula Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
Oh, it's rodeo time, friends. March the 2nd to March 22nd. Rodeo Houston is on. The weekend before that is the World Championship Barbecue Cook-Off.
Yay.
Before that, you got Uncorked, all the stuff. You start getting rodeo ready right now. So we've got the sounder of the day. When you hear this sounder between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., be caller 104, and you're going to score tickets for the very first night of the rodeo, which is Riley Green's night. That is the opening night of Rodeo Houston, March 2nd, which is the Monday. But what are you listening for? This. There are no elephants in the rodeo, Kevin.
It's a stampede. When you go to YouTube and you type in the word stampede.
That's the worst stampede.
But there are no elephants at Rodeo Houston.
How do you know? This is a whole new year.
Because we've been there for 25 years.
We don't know.
I've
The
been going
rodeo
there
has
since I was
all
born.
kinds of new stuff coming in and out. Look.
There are no elephants at the rodeo.
That'll
Look
be easy to remember.
At 37530, someone gave us a lot of fun suggestions, and this one was a stampede. So I was like, what's a stampede sound like? That.
When you hear the elephants,
You might as well just
Yeah.
pick the
be caller
Lion King
104. I
scene
know.
with when they stampede and killed their.
Yeah,
Right.
Will the beast.
Right.
Dad,
right. Stampedes
Dad.
can be rough.
Okay, I'm sorry, not
Especially the
37530. Lock this number into your phone because you want to try and be caller 104 when you hear the elephants running. Okay? It's 833 390 KRBE. Has nothing to do with the rodeo, but that's the stampede he's gone with. So we got to live with that now for Riley Green tickets between 9 and 7.
Kevin and Audrey are going to be like, what the heck is this?
I know.
elephants.
That's the fun of it.
Well, at least
Come
you'll
on,
remember
man.
it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to the phones at 833-390-KRBE. That is our phone number as a direct connection to
I
our
like
show.
this because we can try stuff, but it's fun to see what you guys have tried and then tell others.
Because it's one thing if I brought a dating coach in here to say, oh, maybe people can try this in the world. We've done that before. We want the results already that have happened. And there's a story today about dating apps losing their appeal, which means professional matchmaking is becoming more popular since there's a human connection to it. The person that is talking to you about what you want then talks to the other people that are signing up to see what they want, and they go on their human instinct of like, this guy, he's not looking for the
And
same
that was
thing
big
as
in
that girl.
the 90s. This was big.
Big time. Great Expectations was the name of the company.
That one, Just Lunch or whatever.
Yes,
still around.
it's just lunch. Yep. So Nikki's up first, asking the question, have you guys tried actual dating matchmaking companies that have put you together, and how did it go? Hi, Nikki. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
We're good. Tell us what kind. Don't say the name of the company you used, but how much money was spent on trying to find the right match, and was it successful?
I spent about $10,000,
Oh.
and it guaranteed 6 dates, which they intended to have me out as much as possible, which it didn't happen. So I ended up going on 6 dates, and they matched me with individuals who actually were somewhat mirrors of myself, so it didn't work.
Really?
Oh.
Too much
So
like me.
after 6 dates and you spent $10,000, do you say to the company, I feel like I got screwed over? I just did 6 dates. I gave you $10,000 and I have nothing. What's the clause say about that?
Well, I did mention that they had when they first started trying to not necessarily recruit me, but when I was talking with them about possibly becoming a member of their service, that they wanted me to get out there as much as possible, go out as frequently and on as many dates as possible. But unfortunately, either maybe I'm just not a match for anyone, or that was just a ploy.
How's it
And
going now?
and-
Are you in a relationship now? Or are you still looking?
I am kind of sort of in a relationship, I suppose.
But you did that on your
I
own.
have-
Did you do that on your own?
Or through them?
I did it on my own.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So you would say to people out there, you don't recommend this type of service.
I don't recommend the service that I actually chose. There are a couple of other services that, had I thought harder about it, when I started that you are a member for life. So
That's good.
they will continue to try to set you up with individuals. As it sounded like Rula said with the clause, I didn't read into the contract that far, and just being they're going to keep sending me out on dates.
Yeah.
She needed a yin to her yang.
Right.
You just got
not two
I
yings or
did.
two yangs.
Oh, man.
Nikki.
And that's not to say that the men were all very nice and kind and everything. They just weren't what I was looking for. And even though I tried to impress that upon them,
Gosh, that stinks.
it didn't seem to make a change.
10
Sorry about
grand. I'm
that.
sorry, Nikki. Well, good to know, though.
We could've
See,
done it
you
for
tried
free
it,
for
we know
you.
it now. Yeah, but then again, there's this whole filtering system, Eric.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not
Eric,
doing that for free.
no.
You're just taking some
That's a
Joe
lot.
Schmo calling up the show and saying, hey, you want to go
No,
with
what you
Nikki?
do is we talk
With
to
them.
them.
They actually vet those guys.
What we do is we interview them, we talk with them, and then we
Okay.
say what's your handle, your email you want to give out. It doesn't have to be your personal one. You can make up an email, then they get emails. But nowadays, with people getting sued
Too
and
much
stuff,
liability.
if something
Can't-
happens,
We did that
they
for
get a-
years.
they
I'm
get a
done with the
text.
Friday morning hookup. I'm done with it.
I'm just saying for free, I felt bad for that person. 10
Yeah.
grand.
Stephanie also has tried them, standing by on the line. If you're just tuning in, we're asking for Try It Tuesday what you tried. Did you try a matchmaking website versus an app that you paid somebody to help you find a mate, and how did it go? Hi, Stephanie.
Morning.
Morning.
Now, was this your personal story or somebody you know?
No, this is my best friend,
Okay.
and she had done the dating apps for like a decade, and she was so over it. She was a professional. She was like, yeah, I'm ready to throw some money at it. She spent about $6,000, and it was for a few kind of speed dating type of interactions. They, invited her to go, and it's, and she could bring friends, and it was meet a bunch of people, and they were actually there and like observing her. And then they tried to do some matches that way. They also did some, via the profiles to have like some specific one-on-one dates. But I think what it was is the contract was for about a year. So it was like, let's see what we can do for you for a year. Nothing worked out. She, I think, went on like one second date. So then she said, screw this, after the end of that, because they asked her if she wanted to do it again. And she went back to the dating apps, and she now has a fiance.
See?
Whoa.
I'm telling you, man, I think the dating apps.
Which
just doing
app
your
was
own.
it? I'm just curious. Which app got her, found her the one?
I think it was Hinge.
Yeah, that one, I hear a lot of good
Yeah,
things
a lot
about
of people
Hinge.
have had success in that one.
Wow. Well, congratulations to her. It sucks she had to part with $6,000 to figure that out. But yeah, look, everyone's trying. They're trying.
But
Exactly.
I feel like that
I know,
company
we're so
wasn't.
happy for her.
Good.
That company wasn't really like doing anything special. They just got to, hey, bring your friends too if you want. Of course, they want more
Yeah.
women and more men to show up, and they just do speed dating. It's not like they put anything in a computer and, all right, this shows this.
Well, from what I've
They
seen
did a
here,
questionnaire. They should be doing like questionnaires and stuff. And
maybe they do that in some of these because some people that go to these dating apps, they want to go to a place where, like, look, here are my life goals. Here's where I'm in my career. I don't need to waste my time dredging through the mud with things that are not on my menu. Find me who's on my menu in this echelon of life
Now,
and match me with that person.
there's a texter. We can call them sometime, this week. They said they're a matchmaker for a company here in Houston. They have so many details.
Oh, good to know.
They were. I don't know if they still are. They said
Can we
I
talk to them
was.
next?
I mean, we can. I
we
just
talk
don't
to
know if
them
they'll
next?
answer. We can try it.
Okay, when we come back, we'll try that. If not, we'll go with this other thing we had lined up from the news today.
Yeah, we'll call them real
about,
quick.
About your time together intimately. It's not about quantity. It's about quality.
No, they have to. They're telling you if you do it this many times, your marriage is solid.
As long as it's quality. What you need to be doing in the bedroom to stay connected. Or we talk to the matchmaker. Let's see
quality.
what
Who
we
knows
get
about
next
quality?
on KRVE.
It's KRBE. The Rula Show with Eric.
All right, we were just talking about people ditching the dating apps and actually paying people at matchmaking services to find them the one. we have 2 stories of fails. After $10,000 and $6,000, no match was made. So now we're going to get hooked up with some information from one of our listeners named Amber. We just talked about the fact that dating apps are not the thing anymore for a lot of people because they're just getting mad. Dating apps are losing their appeal, which means professional matchmaking is becoming more popular. Singles are increasingly drawn to matchmaking services that offer human insight, personalized introductions, and matches that are rooted in shared values. Unlike the dating apps, matchmakers take the time to understand relationship goals and emotional readiness, which is especially appealing to relationship-minded singles in 2026.
Which sounds great
on paper.
But we had 2 calls now that one spent $10,000 and the other spent $6,000, and they both had nothing. Positive to say about it.
Yeah, the $6,000 purchase found a husband on one of the apps when she ditched the service. But Amber said she's a matchmaker and she's got some stories. Hi, Amber. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Now, Amber, are you still a matchmaker, or did you do this in the past?
No. So I did this for about 4 years, from 2016 to 2020.
Okay. Now, don't tell us the name of the company, but what exactly does it all involve to be a matchmaker?
So it's actually a lot of fun. I was in my 20s when I was a matchmaker and going through the dating scene myself, and I realized that I could actually hook some people up pretty well. So, lo and behold, here I was as a matchmaker, and the whole entire process is a process for sure. The company I worked for was a prestige company. So we were looking for people that wanted to be serious, not just date around, just to date around, but also just to make sure that we match these people as best as possible.
Now, what was the parameters of the matchmaking? Was it one of these services? I've heard about all different kinds of services. There are people that have a certain amount of money they make every year, and they want to find a financial match that also has the same interests outside of work. Or somebody's like, just
dating
set
range,
me up with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I want somebody 10 years younger, 15 years older, that type of stuff.
Yeah, like, what are the parameters?
It was a mix for sure, because there was a financial obligation, and if that was important to whoever I was matching, then I would match them with somebody that also had that financial obligation, right? But then there were those that were in their 50s or 60s that were looking for a 30-year-old. So you kind of have both.
And how many 30-year-olds were telling you, Amber, in their profile, I'm looking for a 60-year-old. That's just sugarbabies.com.
Right. My job for that part is, so let's say there's a 6-year-old looking for a 30-year-old that's blonde, slim figure, has a good job, whatever
Daddy
the
issues.
parameters are. Yeah, maybe. Didn't ask that, of course, because professional.
Yeah.
But let's say I found a guy like that and wanted that specific type of woman. What I would do is I would recruit. I would go out and recruit. Say, hey, I have this guy. I would either be able to show his picture or not. Just depends on the guy if he was wanting to do that. And then, then set him up.
That sounds like you're kind of like a pimp. Like you're going to clubs. Like you're going to women's. I know, but you're going to women's restrooms at clubs saying, "Hey, you look really cute. How old are you?
But you're not
you see
saying
this picture of this guy."
You're saying date though. You're not saying.
No, she said recruiting. She said she's recruiting.
Well, I said, hey, you look like a fun girl.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're like, hey, you
like
want
old
to come
man?
join this fun party where you barely wear any clothes and there are poles involved?
Never. Well, you have to remember, I was also in my 20s, so I did have some connections with some of these women that the specific man, so to say, was looking for, right? And so, there was no obligations at all. They would have to meet at a mutual spot, so any nice restaurant in the Houston area, depending on where they lived. And I will say myself, I actually did go on a couple dates with a couple of the guys that were interested in that age range, because they were like, hey, no, I would love to see where this goes. And I mean, I was like, okay, we'll do it as a test.
And how'd it go? How'd it go?
I mean, now I'm married with a baby with a guy that's 8 years older than me.
But was he a test?
So.
Was he a test from the service?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So
it worked for you.
Wow.
You got paid.
So is that why you stopped working there in 2020, or was it COVID kind of shut it all down?
I'm sorry. I misheard you. So no. My husband was not a part of that.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Okay. She did not find her man from this.
No.
She wasn't recruited by the man.
I found my man on Hinge.
See, look, another Hinge. Another
Yeah, a lot
person
of
on
people.
text said
A lot of-
they gave up on the apps. They decided to give Hinge a try, and boom.
What
they've
makes
been
Hinge
dating for like 3
stand
years.
out?
What is it?
What makes Hinge so great, Amber, compared to others?
My husband?
Or just
No, Hinge.
Just Hinge, like the website or
Hinge?
the app. Yeah.
I would say the women can also talk to the man, and I'm very straightforward, and so I felt like that was a big thing for me. And I haven't been on it, goodness, in 5-6 years now. I guess 6 years since 2026, and so I know it's changed. You can actually listen to people's voices, which I don't know. That's kind of weird. Because if I could listen to my husband's voice, I don't know if I would be with him for today.
Really? Because for me, my husband's voice what got me. I'm like, oh, this guy's got a sexy voice.
Well, sometimes
When you met him,
it's
I'm
different.
sold.
Say it again?
And it's sometimes like whenever you hear people on the phone or
Yeah.
it's different. Their inflection's different, right? Than they are in person. They're more nervous. So, but yeah, I don't know. I liked Hinge back in the day. I tried all the dating apps and was a matchmaker. Tried that little thing for a little bit, but
Amber, people are asking on text, did you have successful matches while you were the matchmaker? Like, what would you say was your percentage of
did.
success?
Percentage of success, it really depended on the person that I was matching. If they were just wanting to date around and trying to find a woman or a man that's too young or too old for them, I mean, you have to have the same eyes on outlook on what you're wanting in the future. But I would probably say it was 50 to 60%.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be 20.
I took it very seriously, though, and I really enjoyed it. I did, because there are some people that come to you that were very vulnerable and that just didn't have the time or didn't know how to date because they've been divorced, whatever their situation is. And so my job was to try to find someone that was a perfect match for them. But
What was the cost? Like, how much did they have to pay you for that, let's say?
Oh, gosh. Well, so like the guy that I was talking about earlier, that was about in the tens to 20,000. So,
wow. Now,
but then
with these
then you
guys, are
have
you
other
truthful,
ones,
Amber,
too.
to them? Like, say the guy's a real uggo and he wants like a 30-year-old, and you're like, dude, be realistic. You're
Yeah.
62 years
Oh,
old.
absolutely.
You're a 4
I'm
on
like,
the scale. But then again, I'm like, I could get his money. Like, but I could keep making this money. So, I mean, you got to have
Right.
good morals, I guess. Good.
No, I mean, I was always very honest, and I think that's like what some men liked and someone didn't. And so I did have some guys that were like, no, I need a different matchmaker. I'm like, oh, sorry for being honest. I guess.
I'm sorry, you're not going to get that 10.
Wow. Is that company that you worked for, Amber, still in business now?
They sure are. And funny thing is, my old boss actually so I've had a couple jobs since that job, but my previous boss, she actually went through the service too. So I kind of gave her the ins and outs of it, and she met a guy. So
Do you want to say what it was? I'm just curious. So we don't have to, but I'm just.
Well, it sounds like you had a
you
good-
sound like a good time. You
60%
support what
sounds
they
pretty
do.
solid to me, 60%.
Yeah, I mean, people are
how about
curious.
this?
What?
It starts with an I.
All right. Starts with an I.
I don't know.
And what else?
Have never
What would the
used
second
that
letter
before.
be?
It's like I'm a Wheel of
The
Fortune I
second
just
word
lost.
is J. The second word is J.
Second letter is J. I-J. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Okay.
No.
Wait.
It's called It's Just Lunch.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause that's the one that
okay,
they used to be in our
okay.
building, our old
Yes.
place.
They were in our
Oh,
building.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I will say they do a really good job, but it all depends on the person. If you're just looking to have us match you with someone and I don't know, like if you have to, this is real dating though too, right? Like if you're looking for somebody that is going to be the perfect person,
Yeah.
they're not out there. They're not
Right.
out there. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no one's
but
perfect.
at the end of the day, it really just depends on if you're a good match. And you can't look at all the physicalities either.
Right.
And
That's so interesting that you
yeah.
said Hinge has the voice thing, and you said you don't know if you would have married your husband had you heard his voice. Another texter says, I thought my boyfriend was cute when I met him, but his voice is what got me. I love his voice.
Yeah,
Red
but
heart emojis.
How do you love it now when you were together for 10 years?
I mean, I I have to love it, right? No, I'm just
Yeah, you
kidding.
got no choice.
What is it? Is it high pitched? I'm so curious. Your man's
Oh my
voice.
goodness.
Merle's really
That's
hooked.
gonna do
No,
it.
my
Merle's really
man
hooked.
has a very like a surfer voice.
Okay.
That,
No,
yeah.
SoCal,
Yeah,
You got your far
bro.
yeah.
Okay, that's
No,
funny.
you know.
or Matthew
Or the
McConaughey.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm just thrown because somebody who's like super in love now, like Sam, you would never find flaw with Mark. You're like, oh my God, he's so foxy, blah, blah,
Because
blah.
he sounds like CM Punk.
But for you
He
to
does
say,
not.
He-
I
Hold
don't
on.
really like his voice, but I'm super in love with him, but I don't like his voice. I feel like the voice is very important.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that about him.
What, you don't
That
like
I-
his voice?
Right, I like his voice.
Yeah. What if you didn't like his voice?
She doesn't care. She likes his abs better.
I don't.
Well, those are going to get covered up by some candy coating eventually.
No, they won't.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when she'll be on to her
No,
next.
they won't.
Y'all live next to that brewery.
No, they won't.
That third kid comes along, and then he gets a job here where he doesn't travel as much. He's like,
Depressed.
I'm tired.
No,
I don't know how you do
He'll
this,
be
Sam.
fine.
How do you have time to go to the gym? I'm just going to kick me another beer from that kegerator. Let's go.
Keeps drinking bourbon. Gotta be careful.
He'll be fine.
Okay, well, y'all go to the listener line 713-278-VENT. That's 836-8 on your phone. If you would like to share a story with us of a matchmaking service that you used, that whether it was great or it wasn't, and how much you spent. We are learning it is not cheap, but some of them work and some of them you're better off just sifting through the apps. So to each his own. Happy 2026. Hope you find your match.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
20 grand. Just go to another country.
That's a lot. No, but that's weirdness. That's buying a bride.
But I mean, if you're not very good looking and you want somebody younger and you got 20
And
grand.
then you bring her over here, and then she's like,
She'll
I
leave
feel
you in
like
a
I've
few
been
years.
human trafficked, and
Bye.
I'd like to leave you. Okay, let's move along. Coming up next in Scoop, movie facts that we all have gotten wrong. What in Titanic was about carpentry? I mean, was about sacrifice, not about carpentry. This is an actual line from the movie. Explanation. We all got this wrong, and it has nothing to do with carpentry, has to do with sacrifice. But it has turned people upside down on the movie Titanic. That and more. to
Oh,
get
just like the
scoop about.
Titanic.
What?
There you go.
Oh, upside down? No, that went bobbled straight down and then broke. Sorry, wrong fact. Scoop's next on KRVE.
Celebrity Scoop. On the Rula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRVE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. Just real quick, I want to make a note before I get into the movie thing that yesterday, fashion lost an icon. Valentino passed away at the age of 93. And if you know nothing about fashion, you know the name Valentino. He was even in a Devil Wears Prada, y'all.
Does
He
sell
was
stuff at Target?
backstage at Fashion Week with Miranda Priestley, and I don't know if he's in part 2 or not. That's coming out in May. But he is one of the final ones that were standing that showed what real couture fashion was before these big houses sold out to giant corporations.
Is the one guy with the ponytail still around?
That's Karl Lagerfeld.
Is he still alive?
That's a good question. I think he is, but you know how we have some celebrities that have been around so long, you're like, you don't know if they're dead or alive.
I know.
I'm like,
I remember my friend dressed like
Let me
him for
see.
Halloween like 4 years ago. I'm like,
he's still alive. He's 85.
he's got that ponytail, Sam, sunglasses, white hair. If you see him, you go,
Yeah.
you can't miss him. He's
What's
got
his
the
name?
what's he
Sorry.
famous for?
Karl Lagerfeld is who he's talking about. Valentino is who I'm talking about. Valentino dressed all these celebrities, dressed Jackie Kennedy, dressed Giselle, dressed Elizabeth Taylor, dressed all these people. Valentino. Valentino, I don't know if this is wrong, but this is my first fashion memory of a Valentino anything. It was to put an accent scarf on your purse. It was a Valentino scarf. Valentino. What a name. Anyway, he passed away at the age of 93. And so you might be seeing a lot of that on your feed and stuff.
Good long life.
About the life of Valentino and all the changes
Once you hit
he
the
made in
90s,
fashion.
You got,
that's
pretty-
borrowed
that's-
time.
Yeah, that's good.
I know people can't be as like, oh, that's so tragic. Well, 93. Okay, so things that we have gotten wrong about movies. And I'm bringing up Titanic first because what is the biggest debate in the movie Titanic?
There it is. But the movie sucks.
No, don't say that, Eric. It
I
did
liked
not
it,
suck.
but a lot of people debate that.
No, we have more of a fascination with Titanic because of the movie than before. There was already a fascination with
Yeah,
the fact that this thing
But
sunk.
some people are mad about the love story and stuff. I think you had to have something.
Yeah, you got to give them something.
If it's just boring, you just see him walking
Right.
around and all of a sudden hit an iceberg, you don't care about
No, but the
anybody.
biggest debate is what? Jack could have fit on the door.
Yep.
Jack could have fit on that door, which it wasn't a door. It was seemed to be some sort of a headboard. But in the article about movie facts that everyone gets wrong, in Titanic, Jack could physically have fit on that piece of furniture, but it would not have supported him and Rose. That's
It
been
wasn't
pointed out many
buoyant
times.
enough.
Correct. The main point of the scene was Jack's sacrifice, not the carpentry. It's not about him getting on it. It's about the fact that he wanted to make sure she survived, so he would not get on it and said, I'll never let you go, Jack. Never let me go. Rose promised you you're going to live a great life. And then she did.
Now, if they were married, remember, did you see that Titanic one that went around a
Hilarious.
few weeks ago? Where
If Jack had survived and they were just this peasant couple.
They were
in
miserable.
Once they
America.
got to the United States.
Yeah, just living in slums.
and then Billy Zane drove by
With
all
his rich
with his new
wife, and she's looking around with her 4 kids with Jack, who does nothing
He's miserable.
but gamble his house and always try cards. Okay, in Star Wars, George Lucas did not plan that movie from the beginning. he did not intend for Darth Vader to be Luke's dad when he made the first film. It just kind of evolved to that. So it wasn't like, if you ever saw the show This Is Us, the people that produced This Is Us said they knew from the very first episode how they were going to end that show.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, you guys kill me every last 5 minutes of that episode. Every episode, always this
every
crying.
single one.
And there's a massive twist. You're like, what? I didn't see that coming.
Yep.
Okay. In the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, I've never even seen it, but I know the scene that
Which one?
everyone sees, where the guy is coming out with a knife and Harrison Ford just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Or he has a big sword. He
Or
does this big
whatever
move.
he's
He's
got.
like,
Yeah, he does the moves. It's like it's over.
Yeah. You thought there was going to be a big fight scene. Because we
Yeah.
always heard that he was sick that day. And I know he was sick and he had like bathroom problems and stuff. And they like, just do this scene for us. And he did it. And that's why we assumed they didn't do a fight scene.
Because of that, I never heard about the bathroom problem.
Yeah,
but of
like-
course, you with your bathroom insecurity would know.
Oh, yeah.
It
Bathroom
says here
weekly, I get.
that they wanted to simplify the scene by just having Indy end it with a quick bullet instead of trying to do this whole convoluted like sword fight.
Which basically is because he was going to poop himself.
But it doesn't say that part.
The
That's
show
a-
must go on,
Yeah.
even if you do.
By the way, speaking of stuff like that, did you, Jake's Takes, our friend Jake, did you see what he
Jake
got
Hamilton?
Ben
No.
Affleck to talk about?
What?
The big scene in Armageddon. Him crying for Harry. I'm the one that's supposed to die. Don't take my job. Remember when
Yeah.
Bruce Willis pushes him and says, "You take care of
pulled
my
the
daughter."
straws, yeah.
Like between breaks, he was throwing up. He was sick that whole time. He's like, I was miserable, and the director's like,
Sweating.
"Man, you did a great job there. You're really emotional." He goes, "Yeah, because I was so sick. I was going to throw up."
It was easy.
That's funny.
But yeah, that got national
Attention.
attention last week.
In Pulp Fiction, John Travolta's briefcase does not have a secret meaning, as opposed to what we all think. Quentin Tarantino says the glow in the briefcase is just for storytelling. There's nothing special about it.
That's what makes it fun because you're like, is that the soul? Because in the back,
Everyone's like,
Bing
what's
Rhymes
in
had
the
that
briefcase?
Band-Aid on the back of his head. People are thinking, did they like go in there and take his soul out and put it in the case and you wanted to get it back?
I forgot about the suitcase.
Yeah, the suitcase had the glow. Everyone's like, what's in that suitcase?
I didn't even know that had a glow.
And then if you saw Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. did not improvise the line, I am Iron Man. It is in the actual script. But for some reason, I guess the rumor was he just said that.
Well, I mean, he did, but it was the movie.
Right.
That made him look like he just said that.
That's weird.
It wasn't like, of course that was in the script.
It's just like, I am Batman. He
Yeah.
probably didn't come up with that by himself.
Yeah.
That's probably in the script.
Well, I mean, there's some things that we know famously
Yeah, it's
weren't in
Tagline.
there. Like, what's like a famous line? I'm blanking right now, but there are a lot of movies where the person just
Probably
added
like
the stuff.
comedies, I bet. Like a Will Ferrell, Steve Carell. They
Oh,
can,
for sure.
Or
There-
Matthew
Anchor's
McConaughey.
Band. And, yeah.
We were talking about birdcage. There's a fall in the birdcage that naturally happened, and they kept it in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
Agador
gold.
Spartacus?
yeah, I believe it was Agador Spartacus.
Slipped on his shoes?
Oh my God! I don't wear shoes. I told you I can't wear these shoes. I can't wear these
Time
shoes.
for what's going down in H-Town on Marula Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
I want to watch that movie just with you, Kevin.
Yeah.
So we just laugh,
Laugh and
laugh
say the
and laugh,
words.
and you just keep repeating everything he says. All right, it's brought to you by Easy Fiber. And I mean, do I have to remind you guys how embarrassed we were on Saturday? Was it Sunday? What day is it
Sunday.
today? Tuesday? It was on Sunday, where we just could not believe the performance by CJ Stroud. Just unreal.
You know
For
who's
that
happy?
defense to be so amazing.
Drake
it was
May
such a shame.
from the Patriots because he had a crappy game too. He did
He
not.
did. If we had
defense.
just kept up with the offense, that was ours to win. That defense, come on. That was so good. It's a shame they're not going again.
I just don't want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Come on, Denver.
Let's go, Broncos. I didn't care
May
about
that be
you
a great
before.
story, a big backup.
Here I was all mad on Saturday when the Bills lost to the Broncos saying, oh, man, we won an AFC championship in Houston. Man, counting my chicks before they're all hatched.
Love to see the Bills. That would have been fun.
So it's down to Seattle winning the Super Bowl. It'll be Super Bowl 60, by the way. Super Bowl 60 will be won by the Seattle Seahawks, and they might play the Rams or they might play the Broncos. No,
No, they're playing the Rams.
they are playing the Rams to get to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
But they might be playing the Broncos or the Pats. Boo. Who cares? Also, watch the weather every single day. We will also be on top of it to let you know what we are supposed to plan for as the week goes on. But if you're going to winterize your pipes, just do it now because we know something's happening this weekend. We're not sure exactly what is happening this weekend. Is it iced over bridges? Is it one of those shutdowns like stay home, don't go anywhere this weekend? Or is it more like, hey, just be careful, it's cold and there are going to be some sleet? It remains to be seen. Every meteorologist in the city is on this, and we will keep you updated as they update us. But right now, we're sure something's happening, but we don't know what exactly
So what you're
it
saying is get to the grocery store and get all that water and bread. for some reason, people love to take that
I
stuff.
thought it was milk and bread people buy.
I see cases like a Costco, those pallets are gone.
Huh.
We all freak out when things happen. So and get your chili. Get all your fixins there, to make your chili. That's going to be a lot of chili and roast and pot roast and stuff.
Chicken tortilla stew last night.
Gumbo.
How did it turn
Yummy.
out?
Spicy. I thought it was real spicy, and then everyone else put more spice on it.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, you're losing your spicy touch.
As I get older, which I don't, I can't handle spice as much anymore. It really hurts.
So is it soup? If
It's a
it
gift
looks
that
like a
keeps on
stew,
giving.
or is it stew, even though it's called soup?
I think the thicker it is, the more stewy it gets. A soup can be loose, but I put this over top of rice, so I'm going to call it a stew. You could also put it on top of egg noodles, I guess.
Oh, I want some gumbo so bad right now. I gotta get some gumbo today.
I know where you can get some.
I know some
This
place
place has been around for a couple years.
A couple miles down the road. Has my last
And
name
someone
on
also
it.
said Karl Lagerfeld died in 2019.
Oh, did he? It says here, I put Karl Lagerfeld.
Now,
dead.
is he dead or alive?
Oh, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I put Karl Lagerfeld dead. And it just popped up what I thought was his birthday, February 19. I did not continue to read that he died at 85. Not that he is 85. Okay, yes.
He did.
Lagerfeld gone. Valentino gone. Anyway.
Any
Coming
of
up
them left?
next. What happened on Revenge today? Oh, it has to do with stealing somebody's work, but not the typical kind of work in your office like TPS reports and such. You'll hear it next on The Ruler Show with Eric.